So I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour. A little bit of a tour of. I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour. So let's go in. Let's go in to this locomotion. I called it the locomotion. Well, let me get some lights on up in here. So this is where it all starts at, right here. This is the bedroom. This is the bedroom right here. I moved in here April 1st to be exact. And it done rained in here like probably over 3 or 4 times, through the roof. But there's a little bit more going on in this room. This wall here is adjacent to the neighbors, and so they was working overnight and working overtime, being all they can be and doing all that they could do here. Underneath all this carpet and stuff, they had it in. These are the holes that you see outside. This here is the closet, utility closet, or whatever you want to call it. This here is in back of the stove. Back of the stove. And underneath here was all open. All of this was all open. I had to caulk it. They had cold air coming through there one night. Underneath here, this wall here is adjacent to the bathroom, connected to that thing there. They was shooting out cold air from under there. They was shooting it out, cold air. They was trying to keep me cold up in here. They had gas fumes coming from my vents, my air vents, quarantining me, just trying to carry out the body bag. I fought and decided I was going to live and not die. And so let's look at the windows here. Over here, they had a hole where they can leak in they foreign chemicals and all that jazz. On this wall they operated on, right here on this long wall right here, they operated on. I was like under a quarantine, if you will. And as you can see, we've been through heaven and hot hell and hot water. So, I bought stuff to fix my windows so it'll be winterized, ready to go for the winter, So they've been working overnight, working at night and working at night on the roof and everything. They've been somebody at night on the roof. Right here is your bathroom. Right here is your bathroom in this. The only thing is that you see up there, all that was not caulked. So I had to caulk it so I can't be cold in the shower. Somebody painted the tub and everything. They felt that it needed to be painted before I moved in. But this stuff chips away and be floating in your water and stuff. At any rate, right here, your toilet. All this is connected to that little box that we was talking about. right here. So if you want to keep everything in proper condition and everything, you have to caulk around your toilet. You know what I'm saying? Where that cold air can't just come in, float in, and up your crack. You know what I'm saying? And that, so we just try to keep it moving. So everything, just kind of changed the whole living situation here. They got a hole up under the cabinet there. This cabinet right here, they got a huge hole up underneath here. Okay, so at any rate, but Jackie's about being warm and healthy and all that stuff. So at any rate, we do what we can. We do what we can to try to help people. And so right here, you got the hot water tank, the utility room, and access to the air conditioning unit is up in the attic. It's up in the attic. Yeah, it's up in the attic. And so we got that sealed off, Not that I want to climb up in it, So at any rate, we got the hot water tank there. We got the dirty clothes right here. Haven't been washed. I haven't got to wash and barely got to wash, take a shower. But anyway, I think I can count probably on both hands how many times I took a shower from April to December here. Okay, so let's get through with the tour. Right here, they have access, the neighbors. They was putting in their foreign chemicals. Like I say, they was trying to quarantine me for some reason in this pandemic. But at any rate, right here, we had to put some over to make sure that nothing will come in and harm Jacqueline. So at any rate, I'm trying to live and not die. And right here, make a long story short, so all these clothes that's up over this here is because they got holes. This here was gonna be the room that's gonna push it out and shit. Push it out. So we had to make sure it's not pushed any further than the outside layer in that. So this closet right here had a special smell. It had a special smell and a special odor in this one here. And as you can see, the coloration on the doors and everything. So this here was like set up for a quarantine thing. And as you can see, they got holes on the side of the door, right here on the side of they got a bunch of holes for some purpose. But at any rate, we survived it. You see all that residue? All that residue. That's nothing but residue. But we survived it, and we here today. So this right here, I purchased, you know what I'm saying? I really need to get my hair combed. Probably go get my nails and my foot spa. But I couldn't do that. At any rate, what we got here is we got this shit right here. I purchased. Not counting the $200 that I spent June, trying to reside at Auburn Lane apartment number 67. At any rate, so let's move on. We got so much more going on. Let's move on. So when you go through this crib here, it has evolved. You know what I'm saying? My bed now. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. So, okay, so when you look over here, my bed now is in here because I couldn't sleep in there. My bed now is over here because I couldn't sleep in there. They gave me the bed. It's no big deal. So cardboard box is real useful. It'll insulate you well. So you always have a little bit of supply of cardboard boxes. You never know what might go wrong or who's watching you. So I put the cardboard boxes, you know what I'm saying, because they broke the glass and 2 Fridays ago. Yeah. So yeah, I needed to keep warm, right, in this pandemic. Right here along this wall, you see, yeah, and so it's a long story, but at any rate, it's a horrible story, but we almost at the happy ending. And so you got this, and right here adjacent is the neighbor's apartment on the other side of this wall here, next to my heating system stuff. 2 Fridays ago, they had gas smells coming in here and everything. I smelled the gas smells, and they was working. Like I say, they be working on top of the roof, outside along the thing and everything, and tearing up, not fixing nothing, no repairs. So when you look up here, I had to, close that off. I can't breathe. So right here, when you get down here, I'm packing up and moving. I'm steady busy packing and stuff because I'm expected to be moved up out of here by December 31st, 2022. And so we're packing. And this here is a mystery right here because it's got a little bit of everything in it. So we pack, and we already took some stuff to the storage, but we're packing. We got little stuff we're trying to get here. And so just so then the future occupant will know, hey, wait a minute, what is this gas here that we got going on? Well, they got a big, huge gas here from the neighbor's apartment to over here. A big old huge, the carpet don't go all the way up underneath it. You know what I'm saying? So at any rate, I don't want to smell you fart, and I don't need you to smell my fart, right? So we had to put something there because we don't want to do that. We can't do that. So right up here, they have a hole here that they're operating from to the kitchen, from the neighbors to the kitchen. Yeah. So, and I surviving it. Right here, they have a hole from the end cap of the building up to the kitchen behind the stove. I know. And so they broke this window right here so then they can have, air supply to push in. They need all the help that they can get. And so at any rate, right through here, there's the stove right there. Yeah, that's the stove. And so they got this here. And I had to cock up under there, I had to, because I'm about being safe. So at any rate, see here, well, I mean, there's another way to do shit, but at any rate, they had all this like this, and they got a big old hole behind there, big old hole. Well, I mean, he says it's up behind this cat. So what? It don't supposed to be open. So at any rate, I did what I could and could what I did. So got that cocked off, and shit pushed up in there. So the hole and whatever else that they got behind the hole won't affect Jacqueline. And so when you look right here, this stove, well, all around the plug, they had it all open. when you look down here, they have it where all up under the cabinet, they got holes. They got holes to cause the cold air from outside to push through here, the kitchen area. So if I can't use my heat source, which is my CHNA, central heating and air system unit, then I'm forced to have to use my stove. See? And so what I was telling the fire marshal, that's a fire hazard. That's fire. So at any rate, we done moved off in here. We trying to keep warm for these last days, because like I say, I'll be moving out of here December 31st. And so all up under here, future occupants, y'all might want to make sure that underneath the cabinet and everything is caulked and boxed and everything. They got holes all on each corner. They haven't had it planned. This is a quarantine apartment, to quarantine everything and get everything quarantined. Yeah, so at any rate, there it is. So, we're trying to keep alive and alive, keep alive. But I'll be moving out. Hopefully the next place will be a place that I can reside for many, many days and maybe a century. But Jackie's going to always seek to be safe, okay? And you do the same. And happy holidays to you and your family. Thank you. Bye.